Yo. Alright, man. We got the I didn't record this because all it is V-bands and shit. But we got the hot side done. I mean, I already had this laying around last time. T3 flanges, V-band downpipe, V-band wastegate and shit. All this shit is simple shit. So if you can't put that shit on, then you don't need to be doing this. So now in the little carb hat, I still got to do the carburetor. I'm gonna record that too, because you want to learn how to make your carburetor a blow-through carburetor. I can show you how to do that. Should be good for around like 600, 700 horsepower before you need to start fucking with valves and power valves and needle and seats and shit like that. But so what's on the menu today? Well, we got to do the fuel system, and I got to get the turbo lines connected, oiling lines, and then what else? I don't think my AFR gauge is gonna be here today, but if it comes, we'll put that on too. I might fuck with the carburetor today. It just depends how long it takes to get the fuel system done. I might need to go get some fittings. So another thing not gonna be today most likely, but we gotta finish this charge pipe. I got half of it. I chopped it up for when I had a supercharger on my 302. So, but yep, that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna get this car pulled out and get to work. All right, so got the fuel line. I got another 20 feet of this because I have to do a return. It's always good to have extras. Yeah, 10 a.m. So if you're running a carburetor, you also gotta have this fuel pressure regulator. It's a boost reference. It look like motherfuckers like 250, 230, something like that. That shit kind of expensive, but good brand. Show you how to hook this. So this is your boost reference. You need to hook this up to the carburetor hat. So if you don't have a fitting, they didn't get a fitting or a drill and tap. So this goes to the hat. Because you need a boost signal, not a vacuum. And yeah. Alright guys, figured I'd give you an update before I get too far into this shit, because I tend to start working and I don't think about the camera. Like, I just want to get it done. But anyway, so I was wrong on that return part. The return is actually the bottom, and then this is the inlet. Got 8 a.m. fittings right here. Hopefully these push lights will be fine, because I have the 8 a.m. line. So this is how this sets up, and then you need block offs right here. But whenever you put this on, make sure and screw this shit all the way out, because I've had times, like a couple times, me and my boy Jordan 250J or Xiaomi 5, whatever you want to call him, if you put this shit on and you leave this like it is, you will blow fuel out the carburetor and it'll flood the motor. Like, you got to take the spark plugs out and clear that shit out. So make sure you do that and test it before you even hook it up to the carburetor. Make sure you got your return and your inlet in the right spot. All right, so what I'm working on now is getting the old fuel system off. Got the regulator, it was all up here and shit. Fucking 6 a.m. I'm just gonna go pull it out from the tank and then run my new line, and I'll probably have to go get some fittings. So I got my shit set up. But it's the line. I'll show y'all how to put the AM fittings on too if y'all don't know how to do that. But I mean, that's what we're working on right now. I'm probably gonna have to go get some like adapters for 8 a.m. on the carburetor. And then also make sure you run them from your regulators separate. Don't run a system like this, because it'll fill one bowl up. It'll fill the primaries up before you fill the secondaries up, and you want them to fill up pretty much at the same time. So don't run this. This is fine for NA, but when you're boost, you do not want to go lean. So change those to individuals. I'll show y'all when I get that done. But get this old fuel system off and then start putting the fittings on this, and I'll check back in. Alright guys, it's the old fuel system. Just a single inlet system, no return. Shit. Save your fuel lines too, bro, because man, I done threw away so much shit and I ended up needing that shit again. So save all this shit, be a hoarder. How to put an AM fitting on it. First thing you do, unscrew it. Take this part, just shove it on there. A couple smacks. Make sure it's even on the inside. Like that. This piece, it's better if you put some oil on it because it can be a bitch. Oil. Alright. Get your hose. And just kind of get it in there. Start screwing it in. It's gonna get real tight. Go all the way until it's flush. Finished product. And then it's the same like that for all the fittings. They got push lock fittings too, but these type, these are the better ones for high pressure shit. But these what you want to use. That's how you do that. Get under the car. When you're running your fuel lines, you just run it to wherever it is. Not gonna get fucked up. So I'm just running it along the subframe connectors. It's usually what I always do. And then I'll bring it up through there somewhere. Usually in that hole. We got two of them for one inlet and return. So it was already drilled there from when I did this shit before. But yeah, that's how you do that. But that's my pump setup. AEM pump, good. Make sure you follow the flow. And then on this one, there should be a slow thing on this one. Flow that way. So make sure you follow the flow of your filters. You gotta make sure you have a filter in front of the pump, before the pump, and after the pump. You can spread them out if you want, but I usually just run it like this. It works fine. So yes sir. We're gonna have to drop the tank because I gotta make the return. I got a little bulkhead, a 10 AM bulkhead, and I'll just make the little, I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get to it, but I gotta drop that shit and it's a full tank, so it's gonna be a bitch. Got this shit up here, regulator. That's what I mean by having two go to the bowls. Now, just wherever you need a cut, I don't know where I'm gonna mount this regulator. This line, I'm gonna have to trim this. It's too ugly. Probably like right here somewhere. But, so this is the inlet, so it needs to go to right here. And I got a 90, so anyway, it's always better to cut a little, keep it a little long than go too short. So, probably gonna tape it right here where my thumb is, and get that fitting on there. It's some ghetto ass shit, but this is a good time to check, make sure everything's working. This is what I mean by backing that shit all the way out. Just put your lines in some bottles, out the return line, so we're gonna make sure this is all working correctly before we blow the fucking carburetor shit up. Tank drop, that was a bitch. Spilled gas all over myself. But what we need to get to is right here. Take this thing off and put the 10 AN on there and get the hose cut, ran, and then boom. We took the 6 off, got the 10 on. I already had the hole drilled big enough. I had washers on that shit for that 6 AN. Good to go. And all this does is basically where your EFI pump would went, because this used to be an EFI car. And put this back on. And just twist it back on. Hit it with a little screwdriver, and then boom. Put your little 10 return. smash it up into the fucking, I gotta, it's gonna be a little kink, but it worked before, so it's gonna keep working. Yes sir, gotta go back together. I know this shit is all over the place, but we got the tank back in, fuel system is done. Now, I'm gonna show you the turbo lines. If you got an LS, you got a turbo, single or twin, this is where you hook up your oil line. So you got to get one of these things. ICT Billet sells it, and then I think that's 3 or 4 AN. I think it may be 4. I got little caps on them right now, but you just get these, take the little cap off, and then actually get all the turbo lines on. So this is what I seen. Worry about my shit leaking a little bit, but just hook them up right there at the adapter. Bring it to your turbos, and then from your turbos, you can go different ways with your drain. I got mine going to my timing cover right here. You can buy these timing covers. I forgot who sells them, but or you can weld your own little 10 AN fittings, or you can go through the oil pan. And that's pretty much sums up that. So we're good under the car. Now we should be able to fire her up. Get the fuel system done, but I don't have a charge pipe, and I still got to do my carburetor. I got the jets for the rears to square up the car, because when I drill out the power valve, that primary side is going to be dumping a lot of fuel, so I had to go up to 94 jet for the rears, because I don't have a power valve back there, and it should equal out, and then that'll be my baseline, and we'll see what's going to happen from there. But alright guys, so we got a good amount done today. I kind of, I try to record, I could have done better, but I try to record most, not most, but the highlights, I guess. But we got the turbo kit on, and we got the fuel system done. We got the turbo oiling system done. So next probably will be the charge pipe and setting up the carburetor for blow through, and then AFR gauge. I got an AFR gauge coming tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna put that in this video, probably not. I'll put it on in another video whenever I get the shit set up, whenever I make a video on the carburetor, because that'll probably be a video in itself. But yeah, after that it's just gonna be tuning it, timing, and then tuning the carburetor. So I'm trying to get it up, all set up right. But yes sir, I'm tired of shit. I'm clocking out. I'm finna go eat me a burger. Yes sir, bro. I'll see y'all next time.